All right, everybody. Somebody at Cowboy Camp got paid, but it wasn't Micah. We talk about the newly made wealthy man at the Dallas Cowboys and how that's going to work out for them, plus who's standing out in pads. Clarence Hill's going to join us from Oxnard. We got a show, and it starts. Meow, hit the like button. What's up, everybody? Welcome into today's DLLS Cowboys podcast. You've got your standard crew in formation. Clarence Hill is in Oxnard, and a couple of us are just hanging out here holding down the fort until we get out to Oxnard here in about a week and a half. So welcome into the broadcast. We have things to get to. My name is Jeff. See next former Cowboy wide receiver, Jesse Holly.
Oh, Jesse Holly went 77 yards. It must be a reality show.
Shout out to Dan Myers. First one in the chat, baby. Let's go, Dan.
Today's performance by me on the show is dedicated to Lori Laughlin, a.k.a. Aunt Becky, of the show
okay.
Full House.
Okay. Nah, and Becky was Jesse's girl.
Yes.
Yes, not the song.
Do you remember what else about Aunt Becky? She got caught up in that weird scandal at, was it USC, where the kids and the rowing, she did prison time.
That's right. That was her kid?
Yeah, that was one of them.
Wow.
Lori Laughlin did prison time for bribing people to get her kid into school on a fake scholarship or something.
Listen, do anything you can for your kid.
True. I'm also dedicating my performance to Jackie O. It's also Jackie O's birthday.
Jackie Onassis.
Yeah.
Oh. I went to a different place with that Jackie O.
I didn't know there was more than one. Yep. Thought there was one. Welcome in, everybody. Good to see you. Shout out to Arnie, who's super chatting just to say let's go.
Okay, let's go, Arnie.
Jake Ferguson, congratulations, my friend.
No. We're not going to congratulate Jake Ferguson first. Put your hand up like this. Press that thing right back here. Pat yourself on the back. Yeah. You got there right.
I forgot. We told y'all that Jake Ferguson was going to be the guy.
Congratulations to Jesse and Jeff for letting you guys know this was going to happen a week ago.
Yep. Yeah, we Recky-specky that one. That the Cowboys' modus operandi,
yes.
Ballparking those two words, is that when they have a very highly paid man looking to get paid and they're fighting over how much money to give him, they will find somebody else who's real eager to take a contract and be like, haha, see? We're open for business. Yeah. And so Jake Ferguson was the recipient of that goodwill to the tune of 4 years and $52 million on an extension. That's $13 million a year. That puts him about number 7 in the league.
Yep.
An average annual, which I feel the exact same way about that as I felt when they signed Trevon Diggs to his extension.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, sure. That makes sense. That's fine. And it is also the sort of contract that 2 or 3 years from now, when Jerry's fighting it out with whoever else is going to be at the top of the market, he's like, do you think we maybe should have waited on Ferg?
When Jehovah Jones put you on that Summer Jam screen, when he put you on that Summer Jam screen 2 years from now, and he's like, oh, we should have gave you that. But let me say this. We do need to say congratulations to Jake Ferguson.
Attaboy, Ferg, get you a lake house.
Get that dough. We always about get that dough.
Get you a 3-year-old SUV, but a good one.
Yeah.
With the upgraded package a little bit, where you have the better than standard rims.
Mm-hmm.
But one that you could just write a check for.
Gotcha.
About $23,000.
Mm-hmm.
About a 2-3-year-old SUV, and you'll be living right.
What should a lake house be? What state? Here?
I think if you're a Dallas Cowboy and you live in Dallas most of the year, what you do is when it gets real hot outside, it's football season when it's – no, it's not. No. So what he needs is like a Minnesota lake.
Okay.
And he's a Wisconsin man, so
guy.
maybe a Wisconsin lake house so that when it's super hot before football season, though, he could be up at the lake house.
Should he get a mansion in Wisconsin? The T-Pain reference. Don't worry about it. If you missed that,
That's a
T-Pain reference.
That's a lyric.
That's a lyric.
That's a lyric.
It's a bar.
Ferg could pay off Jeff's pool and have a little left over. That's true. I saw the number yesterday. I always get confused where I am on that. I think it's like 23-1, 21-3, something like that. It's what we owe on the
So
pool.
ways the way to go.
So we got a ways to go. Knocking that down to principal, we hit about 130, 140 a month.
Okay.
About 80 to interest every month.
Okay.
So, yeah, we're crushing it. Randall's in the super chat. Watching old game versus Saints. Saw Jesse force a fumble on special team. Baller.
Oh, yeah. Got old Reggie Bush. Game plan for that.
You forced a fumble on Reggie Bush?
Sure did. Game plan for it. We knew Reggie Bush carried the ball loose.
Yeah. He was out there with it.
Yeah, he was loose with that.
The
plan was go in, wrap with one,
hammer,
rip with the other.
Hammer with the other.
Yep.
Maris Leofau's been doing a little bit of that in camp is what I'm hearing. He's been doing a little bit of
that peanut
punching. Yeah, so congrats to Jake. That is just sort of standard Jones operating procedure. Happy for him, but you are also looking at guy coming off hurt year who's never been dominant player. That is such a fit for what they do when they're trying to sign their biggest guys and somehow thinking they're going to send a message by signing someone else to a deal that player's thrilled to sign. And then they're just like, say, we told you. Like Steven yesterday was like, we do want to pay Micah. He has to want to be paid. Like, oh, okay. So he's just been lying to us this whole time. He's like, no, I don't want a contract. I don't want an extension.
And all of that goes along with their blueprint. We see that pattern. And then once they do that, they tell the world now, I mean, shoot, look, we got Ferg done.
We did it.
We're ready to do business. The player has to want to do business with us.
Yep.
And you'll have some fans, and please, I think our fans, those that are hitting the like button, please hit the like button. I think our fans in the chat are far smarter than what they're trying to give you guys credit for. Because then they'll say things like that, and then you'll have a contingent of fans that'll go, see? First it was greedy Dak, now it's greedy Micah.
Whoa, who would call them that? Captain Thunder.
You?
I am not Captain Thunder.
Your alias?
No, you've seen Captain Thunder super chats pop up while I'm not typing.
Someone could be.
I got backups on that account. Yeah, I got people.
But this is. They wonder why agents just sit and wait. Like I'm curious to know whether Jake Ferguson's agent was like, you know what? Hey, while you guys are waiting, I'm just going to throw this out there.
Yeah.
If you want to do a deal with Jake, we'll take this, and get out your hair.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, sure.
Yeah.
I don't even like. I didn't hear any talks in the offseason that was hinting towards that Jake won. I know he wanted the deal.
That's why we are so smart. No smoke. We just pulled it out.
Right there.
Watch this Jake extension.
It's got to be around these guys for a little bit. And they'll give you the details to their blueprint. Their blueprint is not a difficult. And this is why the players, the star guys, sit back and wait, and their agents go, "Oh no, this is right on line." And if I was Micah, when I saw the Jake Ferguson deal, if I wasn't confident before, I'm even more confident now. Like I'm praise and worship dancing now because I'm like, oh, okay, this falls along the timeline of how they operate. I want more. They don't want to give it to me right now. I hold out. They sign mid-level player. Mid-level player gets a deal. They say that they're over for business. We wait about another week or two, and then I get my money. Because not only do I get my money, I get everything that I asked for, everything that I want.
Yeah, watch Micah get his no trade clause, no tag clause. Watch him get all these things.
He'll get the year and then everything.
Well, that would be a year from now is when he would get that. If they let him get all the way to like franchise tag land, then he would start getting those things in there.
They ain't getting that far.
Jerry, by the way, if you're wondering, well, I'll give you let Jake Ferguson gets his flowers first.
Yes.
Then we'll. And if Jake Ferguson is healthy, best version of Jake Ferguson, this is cool. This is great. This is fine.
For how long? For the duration of it?
I just mean the player himself. Like when Jake Ferguson's at his best, what is he? Adequate blocker, good receiving tight end? Like
at the end of this 4 years, end of this deal, do we look back and go, add that to the list of those, the Summer Jam screen ones?
Only if he's banged up.
Or, well, that's a part of the game.
Yeah.
That's a part of the game.
But I can't predict it.
I'm just saying, we literally predicted that he would get paid a week ago.
We did. I predict that we won't think about it much. Like I feel like I could hit copy paste on when Trevon Diggs signed his contract that wasn't market setting. I was like, oh, nobody's going to think he makes a bunch in 2 years. And you'll be like, oh, yeah, that contract makes sense. And he has been hurt. And so the contract looks bad. I got no reason to project that Jake's going to be hurt other than he was hurt last year. I think so. Now he's the 7th highest paid tight end in football. A year from now, that'll probably be 10th. 2 years from now, it'll be 14th. And you won't really think about it unless he's big time hurt guy. And then you'll start counting down the days until you can post June 1 in one off season and save some money. But I think it works because he's a good player. He is sort of dog. I saw that in the chat. He's got a little dog.
He does.
He has right mentality. He's a good player. He is QB best friend sort of dude. Dak likes him, likes throwing to him. Everything, like, honestly, it's a lot like if you had just decided to keep Dalton Schultz. It's a good player, and you just won't think about it. And honestly, we can have hope for Brevin Spanford that he's going to be that second tight end because he's a gigantic man.
That was my next question.
Who's hurt, by the way.
My next question was going to be, all right, now that Ferg got his deal, so we know that money now puts you at the front of the line.
Right.
Exclusively. Like, you're at the front of the line.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I think, yeah.
And so now, who falls in behind at number 2?
I think if you wanted to have it,
Scooney.
I just think if you wanted to read something into this, it would be a reflection on Schoonmaker maybe, but not Brevin Spanford because he's just like UDFA, right? Undrafted free agent, like whatever. But the second round pick, the fact that you just paid Jake Ferguson while you have a second round pick going into year round 2? Is it just 2 or 3? 2 or 3? What am I doing?
I want to say 3.
Okay.
I want to say 3.
And then Jake Ferguson's getting paid right now? Like, that would tell me you ain't looking at that second round pick like he's got something for you. Like, no, this is our tight end. And then Brevin Spanford can be the big guy that comes in and helps us run the ball because I do think that they're going to try to run the ball. And so, like, we can have that dude who's just a big tight end that comes in here and helps. They ain't thinking about Luke Schoonmaker at all.
But here's the thing. If you look at what training camp practice has been, they've been using guys like Austin Richards and other guys as tackles.
They want to run this rock.
Yeah.
They want to run
They've been using
rock.
them as that kind of like that Detroit, that extra tackle in that's playing tight end.
Yeah.
They've been using that a lot in training camp.
That's because if you want to football nerd it up without tape, that makes a lot of sense with the way that they're trying to run the ball now. I think we've gotten used to in Cowboy land of thinking of them as a zone running team, and I don't want to make this too complicated, but I tell you, if you're a zone running team for the most part, all of your offensive linemen, you say, set, hut, we all go on one path. We're all just going on this path. And when it makes sense for one of us to let this guy go to go get that guy, we're staying on this path, and the running back figures it out. Now, what they're doing is a lot of, I would say, gap running. You can say man running, call whatever you want.
Yep.
But now the idea is we are creating a hole in a specific spot where we want you to run to, which means a lot of times you're going to take these dudes who are monsters, and this is really good for your first-round pick, Tyler Booker, because the one question about him was maybe not a great athlete for an offensive lineman, but he's a monster. So now what we're going to do is we're all just going to tee off on these dudes and send them that way, and a Lipke or a moving offensive lineman who's playing tight end is going to kick out this end. So now you're kicking him that way. We're washing everybody that way. Here's the hole. That's how they want to run it. You got monsters in the interior like we think they might on the inside 3, and then whoever to kick and open this hole, we're cooking.
Yeah.
If our running backs can run fast.
We got one we know can run fast.
We do have one that can run fast. We got Jaden Blue, and he can run fast.
We just got to know that he knows where to go when he gets.
And Jerry said about Jake, he said, we certainly have appreciated what he's been in his career with us, not only as the player we want out there, but he's also a leader competitively. What he does, he really does juice it up for everybody. And the fans were yelling at Jerry while he was on the field, pay Micah, while he was trying to talk about how good this team's going to be in this year 19, and then he remembered it was the 20s in 2025. So fans were yelling, pay Micah, and Jerry did what he does, fired an extra shot at Micah. He said, that was a faint little sound compared to the way they were hollering last year, pay Lamb. Whoever's not in, you can count on a few hollering that, but it was a big loud chant last year on Lamb. So, yeah, he's taking some shots at Micah Parsons. Yeah, the fan base cared more about CD. They really wanted CD. They ain't worried about Micah. We ain't worried about Micah.
My boy has just gotten to that age where he's just like, screw it. I'm just going to be I'm going to be a curmudgeon. I'm just going to be at every turn. I'm just going to be a surly.
I think he is kind of just
like,
mad these days.
Just walking around like F it.
But he's only mad at football players. I think in life, he is so content. He talked about his pressure. He's like, man, I don't like any logical person while he's walking through how they haven't been successful for 30 years would be like, man, that's a reflection on you as a general manager. And at the State of the Union, he's just like, man, you see me, I'm thrilled to be out here with my family. My family's here, and I'm never going to change anything because I own it. This is amazing. It's great. And they're like, yeah, what about winning at football and how you're not good at it? And he's like, boy, my son.
My family.
My son.
I ain't worked a day in my life.
Then you ask about a specific player, and he's like, I hate him. Oh, it's greedy Micah, you mean? Boy.
What about that contract, huh?
Coming up next, we will visit with Clarence Hill. We'll get you all the scoops live from Oxnard at Cowboys Training Camp. Next on the DLLS Cowboys podcast.
Don't be a curmudgeon. Don't be some old surly dude. Be somebody who is welcoming. Let your home be welcoming. And let your floors that they step on be even more welcoming. Because you're going to go over to EmpireToday.com and you're going to look up all the great flooring options that they have. And while you're there, you're going to realize that I can save myself $350 off new flooring. Now, you may ask yourself, well, Jess, I'm not really a person that wants to go out and about in the streets. No problem. I get it. I'm an introvert myself. I'd rather stay at the crib. Well, all you got to do is go to EmpireToday.com and then upload a photo of the room that you're thinking about getting new flooring in. And then you can just mix and match all the different flooring types, colors that you want to get in that particular room. You never have to leave the comfort of your own home. You can do it in pajamas. So head on over to EmpireToday.com, use the promo code DLLS and get $350 off new flooring today.
Take care of all that right there in your undies. You know, you can also keep your finances straight in your undays with our friends at Monarch Money. Finances, they can be messy and confusing. So what you need is Monarch Money, which is going to act like your personal CFO. You know, it is your financial command center for all of your accounts, investments, and goals. You get them all in one place, bang, 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 and now you're cooking. You can help figure out, what am I overspending on? What do I need to learn about my spending habits? How can I do these things better? What do I need to track? You can do it all with our friends at Monarch Money. Start managing those finances, and you can build the life that you actually want. You get all your accounts, credit cards, investments, all of it in one place. That way you'll always know where your money stands without any hassle. You can track your spending, savings, investments, all of it effortlessly. So you can focus on what matters most, making your biggest life goals a reality. Join over 1 million households with Monarch Money, Wall Street Journal's best budgeting app of 2025. You need the promo code DLLS at monarchmoney.com to save 50% on your. It is the DLLS Cowboys podcast. We're going to check in Oxnard, California with the great and powerful Clarence Hill, the finest beat writer in all the land. Hill! Where legends drop, Clarence Hill just can't stop. Breaking news, you gotta hop in club pop. Chill. What's up, buddy?
What's up, guys? What's up, guys? I don't know if you guys, have y'all talked about Rob Jones at all?
No, but I know he is hurt.
Yeah, out with a neck injury, out for a few months. You know, something always happens in camp. It's interesting that he took first team reps on Saturday because Tyler Booker hit the proverbial wall. Booker was back out there on Sunday with the first team. First day of pads, and Tyler Booker suffers a neck injury toward the end of practice, and now he's out months. And Booker
Jones.
I'm sorry, Rob Jones, my bad. And Jones had done a good job being, a veteran. Again, he had 30 starts in Miami, a veteran guy. They really signed him initially to compete at right guard with Brock Hoffman. That was before they signed Booker. So the depth is taking a hit right there because he was going to be at least give them some insurance, for Booker, to a certain extent. And obviously, no one's down on Booker, and we like what he's done so far as a rookie. He talked about, and he's still a great quote. Said playing off his line like trying to do algebra while in the middle of a fist fight. He still has a great quote, but it's that's a setback to the depth. And so now you're looking at Sadiq Charles, looking at Brock Hoffman, looking at TJ Bass to be your interior depth compared to a guy who has, again, 30 starts. I mean, he's a veteran. He's so to speak. And what's also interesting is that Terrence Steele has been out, and it's been Hakeem Adeniji, at right tackle. Again, not Awesome Riches. So they really like what they've got from Adeniji. Again, another veteran. Who started games before. Maybe as that backup tackle. So that's something to look at. It's interesting. You guys were talking about Jerry and him saying what he wanted to say. Of course, I'm always in the middle of something. So the day before,
you think?
What were you in the middle of the day before?
My job. The day before, like Jerry wanted to talk to me, and Tad was like, "No, he's not talking," and tried to push me away, whatever else. And so I said, "Okay, Tad." So yesterday, I waited and I got Jerry behind the curtain, and of course Todd Archer followed me. So me and Todd Archer were the only person to talk to Jerry yesterday when he was doing, I guess, ripping Mike again. And you say it. I heard you, Jerry. Said Jerry's always said whatever is on his mind, and he's not angry because he was laughing 2 seconds later. Everything's a joke. And it's like him taking a shot at Micah. Last, I was just fake to me. Last year,
the old
really
people say. Old people got a saying about that joke stuff. A lot of truth in them jokes.
Well, and listen, many truths are told in jest. I've been living it with all my life. Yeah, for sure. But he's just Jerry being Jerry. But yeah, it wasn't just Jerry saying that, it was Steven saying Micah got to want to be paid.
Yeah.
Because they asked Steven about to pay Micah chance, and he said we want to pay Micah too, but Micah has to want to be paid. What's interesting is they didn't really start talking to Ferguson until right before the start of camp. Steven said it was a week before the start of camp.
Oh, so they're capable of having a conversation and working out a contract?
And he said basically it was done. They just waited. They just needed a couple of weeks here to finish up stuff, but he thought it was going to get done before camp. But that's how fast it happened. And that's how fast it can happen, But they started talking to Ferguson and his people right before camp. And what's interesting, I know it's easy to compare how they're dealing with Ferguson, how they're dealing with Micah, and potentially how they're going to deal with Tyler Smith. And I will add something to that because Jerry, to me, took a shot at Tyler Smith. He read my story today. He basically said Tyler Smith had a down year because now you got Micah signed. We asked him about Tyler Smith, and he said, "Well, Tyler Smith, he had a down year last year, like the rest of the offensive line. He's only rated as the second best interior offensive line in the league. He's only been to the Pro Bowl, but he said he had a down. I'm looking for his leadership. He's really stepping up. So basically, Jake Ferguson has a down year. He gets paid.
Yeah,
right.
Well, yeah, but
Tyler Smith has a quote unquote down year, and now we're talking about his down year. You need to see something. And Tyler Smith is closer to being the best at his position in the league compared to Jake Ferguson, but it's okay to pay him.
Well, I think it's that Jerry is very Scrooge McDuck. Like, in his mind, the $13 million tight end, it's like, oh, it's fine. There's a bunch of tight ends that make more than that. And then with Tyler Smith and with Micah Parsons, it's like, oh, they're going to make the most money. And the richest man in the room by 50 miles when he's talking to these players is bitter about the size of the check that he's going to have to write to the best players. And it's like, what are you doing and why do you care? But we can come back to that because I did want to just hit one more thing because you mentioned Robert Jones, who is signed to compete or back up or whatever on the interior of the offensive line, and he's going to be out for some months because he broke a bone in his neck. Brevin Spanford had an ankle thing happen. Do we know?
Yeah, they don't think that's too serious. I mean, he was limping up, but we haven't gotten any final word. We're going to talk to Coach this morning. But from my understanding, I don't know if they think that's too serious. Also, Deuce is out again with a hamstring injury. So a lot of people were excited about Deuce. And he was getting a lot of reps, in front of Blue. And now again, every year in camp, he misses camp, and it is a setback. And he's not missing camp right now with a hamstring injury, and Blue is stepping up, and you saw he had a big catch the other day in practice to get a chance to show what he can do. Now that you have the pads on, you really can evaluate running backs. You can't really evaluate running backs, when you don't have pads on. It's like you can't really evaluate the offensive line and stuff like that. So it's going to be interesting. I talked to Revel and his dad yesterday, and they're excited about him coming back, and whenever he comes back, I don't know, you saw the video of him tweaking something, but he said it's minor. and he should, he's they say he's a couple of weeks away. We'll see. It's interesting that we asked Steven about Revel and Diggs, and Steven said that they couldn't put a timetable on Diggs because they're just now getting their hands on him with his rehab. Like he wasn't here. Like they can't communicate with the guy in Miami to see where he is in his rehab. They have to do their own evaluation.
Okay.
Their own evaluation. They can't talk to the guy in Miami.
I mean,
Does that make sense?
No,
yes,
actually, it does make sense.
Okay,
it does make sense. When you think about it's different if you're talking about like surgical stuff and doctors sharing information opposed to trainers. If I'm a trainer and you're training somewhere else, your method may not be my method. What you deem, ready, I may not deem ready. And for the Cowboy staff, they have to have a standard of readiness to put them back on the field from their perspective, and their job's on the line because of that. So yeah, you can talk to other people, but until you actually see what it looks like from that perspective, then I think they do have a little bit of a legitimate gripe right there.
All right, I agree to a certain extent, but I'm just saying there's some basic things.
But what extent don't you agree?
I think there's some basic things in rehab you can talk about and where he is in the process. We can have a conversation about what work we did. They got video of everything. I think there's some things. I think I hear what you're saying, but I think this is also Steven and Jerry kicking the can down the road. Like Jerry refused to even talk about Diggs, and Steven, he said the same thing about Revel. We don't know where Revel's been in Dallas in January. Revel, Cooper did his surgery. And Revel's been in Dallas in January, and you've had Revel since April, and he said the same thing about Revel. Well, we're just not getting our hands on him. No, you've been having your hands on him since he showed up. I just think that's his justification to a certain extent, because they don't really want to deal with it.
What is today's schedule, and what are the scoops that you're tracking today, Clarence?
Just. Again, we remain on the Micah watch. I talked to his mama yesterday. I said, when you cook, because she came to practice yesterday. I said, when you cook, I need some of that food, Jesse. I need to be invited over to the house.
Did you tell her I'm coming too?
Yeah,
Did you tell her that you gonna bring me too?
I'm going to ease that into the conversation, Jesse. You and the family are not good.
Oh no.
Listen, I've been meeting a lot of Cowboy fans out here to watch our show. They love our show. They can't wait till you guys get out here. Some guy yelled at me, I'm going to be front twerking in Vegas. So they watch. So they can't wait till you guys get out there. But a lot of guys have noticed and talked about watch us on air. And so that's a good feeling.
It's only a couple of days in pads, Clarence, but have we gotten anything out of Hookem? We got any Jaden Blue sightings? Any run fast stuff happening?
He made a one-handed catch the other day. We'll have one day in pass. Today's day 2. And we'll see. And you get to see his speed up close. This Joe Milton stuff is going crazy. Somebody texted me yesterday. I hear Joe Milton is tearing up Dak in practice. I said, what are you doing? Where do you guys get this guy at the barbershop told me that Joe Milton, because these content creators, these fans, whoever else, they see him throw a long ball and they get off. He does have a live arm. It's not accurate. He overthrows a lot. He pulls the ball down and runs a lot.
Trey's still here, pretty much. Trey's still here.
They just keep swinging. They just keeps. I do want to ask this before you get out of here, Clarence. Along the defensive line, has there been anybody outside of Ezra who has shown themselves worthy of a star rising or positive play along that defensive line, mainly for me in the run game?
Yeah, it's real tough, and just asking Jerry about Mozzie, and he told me we're gonna really see his skills, his quickness in this scheme. I'm like, really, Jerry? He's quick now? His quickness and his strength.
Yep.
And so obviously Solon Thomas is getting run, and certainly Toya is getting run. But we just now, the passes got on yesterday. It's really hard to tell with the defense line who's doing what. You don't know who's blocking who because, before it was just they were just thudding up, and you really can't see somebody's strength until you get passed on. Again, it's the pass rush that excites me. It's Sam Williams. It's Dante Fowler. it's Ezeraku. Those, and that's without Micah Parsons. Those guys that's going to be NASCAR. That's going to be nice. That's going to be a nice pass rush. Stop and run again. It remains a work in progress.
Thank you, Chill. Enjoy practice. Enjoy presser, and we will talk to you on the morrow.
All right, thank you. Yes.
There goes Clarence Hill, the greatest beat writer in the history of the Dallas Cowboys. Randall's in the Super Chat. We already did that one. Carrie's in the Super Chat. Freak Jesus. You get grumpier as you get older. Pop barks back all the time, guys, so don't be surprised Jerry's barking more now.
Good point.
It is.
Good point.
That is
Good
the way
point.
that it goes.
He just did it on my. He's like, I don't necessarily agree with everything you said.
Yeah, well, which part?
Which part did you agree
Please,
with?
sir.
And he couldn't tell you.
Expound, please.
It's just grumpy to be grumpy.
Coming up next, it's time for the names that are standing out early on. We've had one day in pads. We have the second one today. Some of the names that are standing out for Yo Dallas Cowboys is next on the DLLS Cowboys podcast.
As the summer is coming to a close, if you're in Texas or some of these other hot states, you understand that, yeah, the summer may be coming to a close, but that doesn't mean the weather or the outdoors has to come to a close.
We're about to crank up. You kidding me?
You know what I'm saying? Now,
Crank up.
it's about to be hunting season. Duck season.
40 Celsius.
How hot is that?
9
All right.
plus 32.
Okay, here we go. All right, 70-something degrees. I got you. All right, but when you're outdoors, you want to make sure that you're doing it in an efficient, effective, stylish way. Only way to do that is with your rugged road cooler. They're stylish, they're durable, they float. That's the most important. Upright. Them
Float
things that
upright.
never turn over. So if you're out fishing, you can put them in there. They're going to stay cool right next to the beers and the sandwiches. Don't know if that's sanitary.
We can't say it's a PFD, personal flotation device, because that would be reckless. But I'm saying I would grab onto it if I fell in.
If I happen to have a Titanic situation, I'm grabbing my Rugged Road cooler. So head on to the Rugged Roads Outdoors.com. Use the promo code DLLS and get 10% off a new cooler.
I want to salute our friends at Branded Bills as well. I love their stuff. I'm wearing their hat currently. I wear it a lot. It's just not my favorite hat. My other favorite hat is also a Branded Bills hat. It's a white one that has the DTX and the Dallas on it. White. I've got a black one and a white one. And I got a few T-shirts from them. I think they make good-looking stuff, and it's comfy. Branded Bills. Whether you're looking for you want your snapback, that's what this is. Snapback does. They got beanies, fitted hats, T-shirts. They got you covered with performance and style. You want something from your favorite college team? They do have their campus collection, partnership with over 40 colleges. That includes TCU, Texas Tech, and Texas. Got all of those. And if you want some custom stuff, they do make custom headwear. You could just start your order, and their dedicated team will help you create the exact custom apparel you need. So head on over to brandedbills.com. Use the code BBDLLS for 15% off your first order. BBDLLS. It is the DLLS Cowboys podcast. Jeff Kavanaugh and Jesse Holly here with you. Clarence Hill joins us every day from out in Oxnard. We'll be out in Oxnard before too long.
Mm-hmm.
Get out there and mix it up for you as well. Standouts from Cowboy camp so far. And you know what? We could start with Big Sarge in the chat. Kaiir Elam is definitely an early standout. And Miles Sanders has performed better than I expected. So, Jesse, you tell me, where would you like to start? If you'd like to start with one of those names or with another one.
I'll start with Kaiir Elam because that's a position that we, coming into training camp,
We're scared.
That we were scared. We were scared. And still, we are still a little bit.
A little scared.
A little shook.
Scared.
I don't know. We're a little shook because playing against the Rams next week,
yeah,
will definitely give us another picture of what this team is. Because that's when you'll see.
You're going to let all these corners play, right?
You should.
Is that Bland? Is Bland going to play?
You should.
You going to let Bland play?
You should.
Okay, I'm just asking.
You should.
I'm just asking.
And he should want to play.
Don't should all over him.
Yeah. But Kaiir Elam has been showing a ton of potential in training camp. He's had the interception, of course. He has the Simba celebration when he picked up a kid out of the stands.
Yeah, he picked off Dak, and then he went and just plucked a kid out of the stands.
I thought it was a great deal.
King with
Don't
know whose kid it was. He just snatched a child.
That Amber Alert went off and everything.
Yep.
No, it didn't go off.
Mm-hmm.
But Kaiir Elam is definitely one that I'm excited about because we saw Shavon Revel. He ain't.
Okay, can I say something about that one?
Go ahead.
Can I tell you something about that one?
Go ahead.
I am glad that Clarence addressed that when we were talking to him. Because Shavon Revel, your third-round pick, who many people thought he could be a first-round pick if he hadn't gotten hurt. There's a video from Tommy Yarish of DallasCowboys.com.
Mm-hmm.
And so the other day, Revel had his first day not with the rehab group. Like he came out and did some individual stuff with the DBs and all that. And a video is circulating on the interwebs that Tommy Yarch took of him doing a little back pedal, open up, jump up and grab a ball. And the jump looked like he was not interested in jumping.
Right.
And the landing looked like he wasn't interested in landing on that leg. And then he was kind of limping. And I'm like, he does not need to be doing individual. He needs to be back with the rehab group. But Clarence, I wrote it down because when he was talking about Revel, he said the video that is out there, where did I put it? He said something about the video that is out there. I asked him and his family or his dad about it. And that he said, yeah, he tweaked something. So like that's not his status at all times moving like that, apparently. That is in that moment, he had a little something. And it's just not a big little something. You're looking at me like that's still not okay. But that's better than if it's just like, no, that's just where he is permanently. Like that's how he moves. Because I'd be like, oh, we'll see you next year. Or
he could, because sometimes his tweak could be the same as Micah's back injury. I can just tell you anything. I can tell you it was a tweak.
Yeah.
But I tweaked what? Hammy? Hip? Knee?
Just felt a little something.
Where? Where did you feel it?
In the knee.
Okay, that's concerning to me.
You mean the knee that we're trying to get right?
Yeah, that's concerning to me. If you felt something in your first non-rehab workout, you feel something tweak in the knee that we're trying to get you into full go with, yeah, a little bit concerning to me.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
So for Kyer,
I'm just glad there's an acknowledgement that there was something that happened in that moment that felt that way, and that's not just like he's permanently moving. Because I would be like, it looks like you had ACL surgery 4 weeks ago, not 8 months ago or whatever.
But Kyer is he is. They took a shot with him because of the traits.
Yep.
And he's showing early in training camp that the gamble on him is paying off. Still a long way to go. Still got some games to go, but right now he's a standout.
We always like to shout out non-Cowboy fans who watch this show to help our company make money and show that we are always on their mind. In this case, it is a guy with alternating capital letters in his name, and his name is Turbo, which that is really exciting for him. Welcome to the Cowboys show, non-Cowboy fan, and thank you for your support and your money. Make sure that you hit the like button while you're here. We sure would appreciate it. Donovan Ezeraku, we've talked about multiple times.
Yes.
But early returns look so good. And if this team can put themselves in a position to rush the quarterback, Donovan Ezeraku is going to make that second-round pick look really, really good. Just
like, is that that if is so big right now?
It is very big.
That's a large what if. If they could find somehow, some way to formulate some sort of run-stopping ability.
And their run-stopping ability is probably going to be based on, I think there was some of this with Dan Quinn too. It's going to be based on, hey, can one of y'all do something real awesome and beat the guy in front of you and disrupt stuff, and then somebody else can make something happen? Like, I don't think it's going to be line up and control the guy in front of you and hold the gap. Like, I was talking, I have a little tiny individual YouTube page, YouTube page where I was talking with Brian Broaddus about the run defense. Well, he's talking about the run offense.
Which is actually ranked in the top 50.
What is?
Your YouTube page.
That little tiny YouTube page?
Yep. Ranked in the top 50.
Ain't that wow. How about that? You got a little tiny show that's in there.
It's in there too.
Anyway, but he was talking about how, they're probably not going to be able to line up and just straight up win on the line. And so they're starting to already do a lot of slanting fronts and hey, we're all going to come off the ball. And if we're all going that way, like we talk about zone blocking on offense, on defense, if we all fire out this way and then this linebacker's coming around this way and this way, maybe we can trick them up a little bit to try to stop the run. Because he also was telling me about multiple defensive linemen, and we can mention them as standouts, I think, but it's one day in pads. But he said you saw a little bit of Solomon Thomas showing up as a defensive lineman and getting into the backfield a little bit. And he did say, and I don't want to beat this up, so I'm just going to say it and move on. He said the one guy on the defensive line that I don't think I could say I ever noticed getting into the backfield and making a play is Mozzie Smith. So, you come into camp thinking, look, there's just nobody else. He has to be the guy. Maybe not. Maybe just all these other assortment of random names.
Joe Nose says he's buying a Jay Toy jersey.
Joe Nose has got Jay Toy winning Defensive Rookie of the Year at 342 pounds.
Really?
Dro, I need to know how many sacks are we going to get out of the 342-pound nose tackle, because he's not winning Defensive Rookie of the Year with a sack and a half. we're going to have to find 8 or 9 in there, you know?
Yeah.
We're going to have to get some sacks, and that's going to be tough. So, yeah, other standouts early on in training camp. I'm going to tell you a name I've been hearing, and it makes me happy because I'm looking for somebody. The amount of time that I'm hearing Miles Sanders looks good, and I don't know if you can talk me into it until we see it for real. But a guy who'd been kind of trending down for 2 years now, and when a running back starts trending down, when I tell you I am out, I'm like, oh, career over. Oh, he had a game where he averaged 2.5 a carry. Career's done. Running back he hit the wall. But early on, he's the guy that I hear, and on some of the plays that I see, I'm like, Miles Sanders moved pretty good. Javonte Williams moves like he can protect your quarterback on third down, you know?
Okay.
Like he can block.
All right.
But Miles Sanders moving pretty good. Jaden Blue, little bit, couple of plays.
Mm-hmm.
He's just, if you give him a chance, zoomy.
Sound like somebody's mom.
I love it. Just give him a chance.
You just act like, just give my boy a chance.
And I don't mean give him a chance in terms of letting him on the field. I mean, give me that daylight and watch. That's all I need.
Yeah.
I need the Awesome Richards as the move tight end to kick out that end. I need Tyler Booker to collapse this thing down inside. 70 to the house. And he's finally in pads. Had at least one long run. And so those are, let's see, Kyer Elam, Miles Sanders, Jaden Blue, Ezeraku. I think I'm kind of running out. Maris Leofau, because Kenneth
K9.
Murray basically showed up.
K9.
He showed up and was like, what's up? I'm here for football. And then he had a kid and hadn't been back yet. So basically it's like now it's Leofau and Sanborn because Kenneth Murray. I got rules about having the baby.
Oh.
I got rules about having the baby.
Okay.
Family is the most important thing.
Jerry tells us every week.
And the Dallas Cowboys and the Jones family are not your family. So to anybody who's like, you're at work, you got to work. No. Go be there for the birth of your child, especially if it's the first one. Catch the baby on the way out. You know, whew, got him. 2 kisses on the forehead. Come on back. Like your tape isn't good enough. That it's just your job. Like you come on back, you know? You got get you a day, get you 2 days, and come on back. Do I mean that? Probably not. It seems very mean. But like that's a dude that I need to see it. I need to see that you're one of the 2 best linebackers. It's probably not true because of the amount of money he makes.
What is your training camp football player maternity leave day count?
Come on, man. This is insensitive and only half serious. 2 days, maybe 3. Come on.
I'm with you.
I don't want you to not be there.
But here's what I agree.
But if you are not an entrenched starter, do you want to earn this job or just
even if you're an entrenched starter? Even if it's the firstborn. Because here's the thing.
It depends how important you are and what you need. Like Dak, yeah, you got to come on back now. We got to get ready. You're the quarterback. But like if CD missed a week, I'm like,
a week? Fine. Nah, it's too many.
That's all right.
3 days.
How many days?
3 days.
We prepare to be on TMZ and shamed for paternity shaming.
But here's the thing.
How many days are you allowed to miss?
You're the father. Cool. You get there the day before.
Yeah.
You're there the day of.
Yep.
You're there the day after.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing more you can do, my boy. At that point in time, it's breastfeeding and diaper changing. Come on back to work.
You need to be a part of that team.
No.
And just to be clear, so we can tell you how good our perspectives are on this, Jesse, how many children do you have?
0.
I also have 0. And so we have very good opinions.
I'm just saying how much time you need to get back.
All right. TC got
you don't
one,
need,
2, 1, 1.
You
TC
don't
got
need
one,
that much
said
time.
we're right.
You don't need that. Like, again, now, I'm saying that if there are some medical situations happening, all bets are off. You be there as long as you need to be there for your family. But
spoken like men with no kids. Yeah.
Healthy mom?
Yeah.
Healthy baby? Healthy mama? Hey, gotta get back to work.
I think we need to road trip it to Oxnard 2 weeks before so that we're there, so we can do it there, so I can be there and be at work. Let's have this baby in Oxnard, you know?
I think some people do that.
Let's have us a training camp baby. catch the baby like Martin Lawrence.
I was thinking the same thing, Jay Mitch. I was thinking the same thing. He was like, Martin, oh, I caught it. I'm thinking the same thing.
Floyd, now tell your girl that same thing you just said. I mean, ain't nothing to do but breastfeeding and diaper changing. You got it.
You want to stay in this nice house?
Oh.
You want to have the Louis Vuitton? You want to have the Louis Vuitton? The Louis Vuitton, what's it called? Diaper bag?
Yeah.
You want to have one of those hydraulic looking strolling things?
Keep going. This is good. I like.
You want to have that car seat that goes in and out and hit the one button and it does the transformation that goes from car seat to. You want to have all that?
Yeah.
Papa need a job.
Yeah.
Okay. And right now, Papa ain't in a place where he's solidified this spot. You Dak Prescott, you probably got that.
Yep.
Okay. CeeDee Lamb probably got that.
Jake Ferguson got that now.
Jake Ferguson, he got that. You K9? Hey, my boy. Hey, honey, listen. All these nice things that you want that push, what's it called? The push present?
I don't know.
Called a push present? Pre or post push present?
Yeah.
You want that new Escalade?
Yeah.
I gotta be on this game day roster this year. I gotta be on this roster.
I get to work.
I get to work.
Well, he's a first round pick, right? That money guaranteed for K9.
No. It ain't guaranteed until you're on the first. Unless he got guaranteed money, he don't become guaranteed.
What is he on, 5th year option? I think he's on 5th year option.
He's on 5th year option?
Is he on 5th year option? I know it's like $9 million against the cap, which sounds like 5th year option, or could that be 4th year? Don't worry about it. Listen, don't worry about it. Just know that Jesse's got takes on maternity and paternity.
Is it paternity?
Paternity's ours and maternity's theirs. Yeah. He's got
paternity.
takes.
Come on back, boy.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Come on back, boy.
Coming up next on the DLLS Cowboys podcast, we do have questions from the people, things that Jerry said, things that Steven said, all of the things we haven't gotten to. It's a wrap on the bow on the present of your show today. Here you go.
I was just playing. Love your kids.
Oh, you can't just take it all back. It's all next on the DLLS Cowboys podcast. Great time to sign up to be a diehard. We still got the training camp intro offer going, which is amazing.
Clarence that is 6.
Clarence had 2 different articles go up this morning. Let me make sure I've got the right thing on one of them. One of them about where Stephen Jones is talking crap about Micah Parsons, because it's kind of what they do. And the Cowboys' first major injury of camp, backup guard Rob Jones out some months with a neck injury. You get all of the scoops right there on alldlls.com. And it's a good time. Good time to sign up to be a diehard because it's a $36 training camp intro offer. Instead of $79.99 for the course of a year, you get $36. And when you sign up, you get to swing into the merch shop.
Come on, merch.
Pick out a T-shirt.
Come
and
on,
that thing
merch.
is free. Dallas collection is out. You know how much those shirts are? Value on that? About $36.
About $36.
About $36. And you're paying $36 for a year of access as a diehard on alldlls.com. And when you're a diehard, you get access to all of the content, which is great. Ad-free experience on the website. That's great. You get into our Discord. And in our Discord, hold on, let me get over to it right now, DLLS Discord. We got our diehard chat, merch chat, video games, movies and TV.
Paternity one.
Music, food, books, positive vibe. We have a wrestling chat.
What about a paternity one?
We don't have a paternity one, but we could. In the wrestling chat, it looks like Hulk Hogan died. I just saw that in the wrestling chat. Yeah. And this guy says, I thought Sting and The Crow were the same guy for a while as a kid. Loved him as well. I'm just going through our wrestling chat.
Sting's still alive, right?
Sting's still alive. Sure. Sting once was in full costume watching tape over Broadus' shoulder out at Valley Ranch.
Really?
Yeah. That
would have been crazy.
He was out there in costume, and he just walked in, and Broadus was watching film, and he was interested, and he was like, can I watch? Sign up to be a diehard. Take your butt over to alldlls.com. It is the DLLS Cowboys podcast. I got questions from the people. I like that this guy tweeted to me, and his username was Q and then a whole bunch of numbers, and his username is my burner. So I thought he was going to ask something incredibly offensive, but his question was just, which running back is going to be the odd man out? Much love to you. I will tell you this, as a Deuce Vaughn half-truther, I am curious how 2 years in a row you can pull a hamstring when your hamstring's that long. I don't know.
Got a little hamstring injury.
You can't.
Got a little hamstring injury.
Your hamstring is this long. Where is it? But honestly, I don't think you can afford it. It's not fair. But the reality is, Miles Sanders, Javonte Williams, Jaden Blue, Hunter Lipke. you're probably at best 5th and trying to move up somewhere on that chart. And I don't even know if there's room for you to move up. Maybe one of those top 2 vets, you can choose one and not the other. And maybe there's a way. But for a guy who we're not real sure what you do on special teams, Broda said he was running 3rd team personal protector. So, like, seeing if there's something. Can't have it. You just can't. I think that's often nail for my guy Deuce.
You know what he has to do?
Go hang out on the practice squad all season and try again next year?
Which not a bad idea. Okay. What we're not going to do is act like $200,000+ is bad living.
It's not bad. Fine.
We're not going to act like $200,000 for 17 weeks worth
I
of
can
work.
tell you it's not bad.
17 weeks worth of work, $200,000 is not bad. So don't ever try to crap on practice squad players, because I'm almost confident 97% of the people not making $200,000. And you're not making $200,000 legally in 17 weeks. So
yeah, I make $200,000 about every 4 weeks, 5,
okay,
6, something like that.
If you on that Sam
strong
Hurt,
host, I'm hosting.
If you on that Sam Hurt trajectory, by all means,
no,
tag me in. Don't leave me out. But yeah, man, for Deuce, it's what he has to do is he has to hurt the hamstring one more time. Right around September. Right around the end of August, September.
They get you paid for the year? Injury settlement?
They get you an injury settlement. Okay? Let's get you an injury.
Ride the practice squad, try again next year.
Let's get your injury settlement, man. That hamstring, maybe that's an 8-weeker. Okay? You get paid for 8 weeks. And then when you come back from that.
Then can you just tell them, I think it's 12. Oh, I think it's a little more than 8.
Nah, they're gonna give you a ballpark
You don't
figure.
get to pick.
Yeah, you'll give you a ballpark figure. No, you don't get to pick. They tell you. That's about a 10-week injury.
You agree, right?
Yeah.
You want this much? Knights in the super chat. Defense season hinges on Osa this year. I mean, he's obviously incredibly important, but he's not even like he's not
enough.
He's not the best at the thing that we're most worried about.
Right.
The thing I'm most worried about is how you're going to hold up on this interior and let this team pass rush. And I don't know the answer.
He alone isn't enough. Like, it doesn't hinge on Osa. You need Osa to be there and to play well, but this isn't make or break. Like, Osa isn't going to make or break this defense from being what it's supposed to be in the run stopping department.
Chill makes $200K front twerking. That's from Austin. Chill going to make $50K front twerking in Vegas. Sam Hurd trajectory is nasty work.
Well, Sam was making $1 million a month. Don't know how much nasty work that was, but making $1 million a month.
If Osa gets hurt, how do you feel? Is it from Family Guy where the thing says, and the season's over? That's about how I'd feel if Osa got hurt, I think. And the season's over.
I think you could rebound from Osa being hurt.
It's just a lot of journeyman-y defensive tackle things going on, and that's a dangerous way to make a living. Like somebody asked, a couple of different people asked when I called for Cowboy questions from the people, have you seen much from the DTs in camp to give you hope that they'll stop the run better this year? Oh. And how could you? Like, who's going to do that?
Yeah.
We need Dro Nose to be right.
Toya?
We need Jay Toya, 7th-round rookie, to be a really nice nose tackle. Different guy, Jose on Twitter, are the Jones boys ever going to get serious at defensive tackle? I stand by. I think this is a Jerry Jones thing to me. Jerry Jones will look you dead in the face and be like, I spent a first-round pick on it. Why would I spend money on it? You'd be like, because the first-round pick isn't working out. So what I'm talking to you about is how good are you on the field at that position? Not what have you spent once upon a time to try to be good. How good are you at that position? The answer is emergency. Break glass now. But I think he views it as, I spent a first-round pick. Who are you to tell me to spend more?
But the release...
Oso Digizua makes a bunch of money, and I spent a first-round pick. I'll never need a D-tackle.
With the release of Christian Wilkins. Some saying it's the Liz Frank... Jones. Is it Jones?
Yeah, whatever. Potential career ender, especially for a guy. Is Wilkins 30? Probably around there.
300+ pounds.
Yeah.
But some are saying that it's more. It's different. Not necessarily the injury. There's also some other little stuff that happened that they kind of grew tired of. Could he be one where the Joneses throw a couple dollars to and it pan out?
No, this is a swing through. I need you to talk to Dr. Cooper.
Yeah.
And Britt. I need them to see you. And if they tell me that there is a shot that you can help my football team this year, come on down. Because also it's a fun risk if just the context of how he's released and the fact that there's about to be a fight with the NFLPA and there's going to be a lawsuit and we're going to have to figure out because we're trying to void your guaranteed money. Like there's some stuff going on. And the Raiders are saying, well, yeah, we're allowed to do this because you haven't done what you're supposed to do to get back on the field and you can't play football. And he's like, yes, I can, and I'm going to rehab it. Like you're fighting that out. It sounds to me like that's not a guy that can help your football team. But if that is he didn't like us and we didn't like him, and so there's a lot happening here, and you want a chance to be on a little bit better team, and you can play, nobody in the world needs a D-tackle more than this team.
True.
If you can play a lick, go give him, I don't know, I feel like we got to figure out their fight first. Like, is he about to get a bunch of money from them? And then he can play for cheap and it offsets, and I don't know.
I mean, if he gets his guarantees, then it kind of plays like, it kind of plays almost like
they're paying you, so come here. We'll pay you a little bit of that, and then they have to pay the rest.
Right.
Now we're cool.
Okay.
That's the ideal solution. Christian Wilkins caught on camera front twerking in the weight room prior to his release. Jesse, what is sticking out of your tablet?
It's a pen.
Right?
It's a pen. Stylus. Call it a stylus.
A stylus? Why is it sticking out so?
It's where you charge it at.
Oh.
This piece you have to.
I'm like, if that's the permanent home for it, that's bad.
This is the permanent home for it.
Okay, that's a nice little.
But you charge it by putting it in where the charger portal goes.
That's nice. The stylus needs to be charged.
Yep.
It doesn't just touch wherever it is on the screen and leave a mark.
Nah.
All right. No, these are the kind of questions that we're here to answer for the people. DC Onion, that's perfect. Cheap player. Stephen Jones special. They do like to do those sorts of things. When will we get a Micah Parsons deal? Like, does any part of you, as they keep talking negatively about each other, think this one could be any different than all the other ones, or do we end up feeling this way every year?
This is the
every
blueprint.
year? It's still the exact same?
This is rinse and repeat. I'm still holding on week 2.
So what do we got, about a week left? Where are we? What day of the week?
First
Monday?
week, right?
So next Tuesday?
Next Tuesday.
8 days?
Next Tuesday.
Sounds about right.
Next Tuesday.
Most impressive rookie at training camp is a question from the tweeter. Ezraku. And then Booker? We'll see.
Booker got benched. Like, let's call it what it is.
Because they let Rob Jones have a day before he got hurt?
Well, no, Ashadi said it in his presser. He said, well, we have a standard here. And kind of, Tyler Booker kind of hit that, oh, snap. It's football kind of wall. So we rewarded the guy, Rob Jones, who was playing well. He got the start. He goes, that might be permanent. He goes, Tyler Booker will get, a chance to go back in with the ones again.
Yeah.
But
and then Rob Jones broke a bone in his neck, and Tyler Booker, you're back.
Anytime I hear anything about with neck, I always think about Nate Newton. Tyron was having his neck issues. Nate Newton was like, man, shoot, just throw a hot towel on that neck. I was like,
and that's it.
That's it. Like,
that's it.
I was like, I don't think it's like a regular, like just crick in the neck. He's like, nah, man, back in the day, we got a hot towel, through the hot towel in your neck. You get ready to go. I was like, I think it's a little bit more than that.
I think we're better at fixing stuff now. So, like, I think back in the day, the bodies that would break had already broken, so they couldn't make it to the league. So, like, everybody who made it to the league could just throw a hot towel on their neck because their bodies were built for this.
He said it so confidently. He's like, man, shoot, just throw a hot towel on that thing and let's go.
Just ice it up a little bit. Just ice it up. Who is tight end number 2 is a question that we got there. Brevin Spanford. Had a little ankle situation. We'll get an update on it today.
Every time somebody gets an opportunity to get hurt, the best ability is availability.
I think it's Brevin Spanford. But he'll be, my understanding is, days or weeks. But Clarence will get a scoop from Shoddy today, I would imagine. And Jake Ferguson got $52 million. Jake Ferguson's tight ends 1 and 2.
Yes, sir.
Tight end 2 is Awesome Richards. We're going to run the ball. That's what we're going to do.
I can see that.
Tight end 3 is Brock Hoffman.
All right.
Tight end 4 is TJ Bass.
Wee grabber.
Just smash into everybody, use an extra offensive lineman, and play with 2 wide receivers. You know what I'm saying? I got 2 good ones.
Line them up.
You want to come deal with all these people we got here to block you? We'll deal with them 2 out there later.
But anytime you bring in big people that requires them to bring in more big people. I don't know if our big people are better than the people that they bring in.
Pay Michael Parsons is what the people want to have done.
Yep.
Pay Michael Parsons. Thanks for stopping by, everybody. It's a Monday, and it's day 2 in pads. So we'll have the takeaways from another day in pads. We'll have scoops from Clarence. We'll be back with you tomorrow on the DLLS Cowboys podcast. Remember, you have no idea what anybody's going through, so be cool to everybody. We love you. Be easy.
Eliminate the contingencies.
Or else.
We all silly like the mayor.